Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacciana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home. Today we are going to dig into this Ronson crown. We got a question on the maybe it was the other Ronson crown video, the one how to re-wick it, about how to change the flint. And changing the flint is as simple as removing the flint spring screw and flint spring here and putting in a new flint. But chances are, unless you have a Ronson crown that you've been using on a regular basis, if you just bought it on eBay or was just gifted it by a relative or whatever the case may be, chances are the old flint is stuck inside the tube. So we're gonna take the mechanism apart here and get that old flint dug out and get this lighter sparking again. So we'll go ahead and loosen up our fulcrum screws. There's the back side of that fulcrum screw. As you can see, that file wheel is definitely got some junk all over it. Also, just real quick, the Ronson crown mechanism is the same as the Ronson Adonis. So go ahead and hold your pressure here and remove your fulcrum screw. We'll go ahead and get all this in here and get it cleaned up. Now we will go ahead and see what we can do about clearing this Splint tube. You don't want to put a bit in there bigger than a 3/32. There's a 3/32. Here's a smaller bit that we can start with. So that's taking a little bit more time than I want to, so I'm going to go ahead and hit this with the drill. And if you do use a drill, just be very careful not to get in the actual tube and to stay on what you're trying to drill out. That's not going real straight, so I'm going to go ahead and put the bigger bit in there. Okay, and that actually, part of it is still intact. So it shouldn't be that big a deal in the Ronson crown because you got a straight flint tube. But on the curved flint tube, then you got to be really careful when you're drilling down in there. So once you've got your tube cleared, as I said, if I can find the proper bit, the 3/32 is the biggest that you're going to want to put down in there, and it goes just fine. So now I'm going to go ahead and go blow this out, but that flint spring screw should feed right up there, no problem. So we're just going to take some alcohol here and kind of clean up this area underneath. I don't know if that's just the silver plate or some kind of polish, but it's not the first time I've seen on these kind of lighters. So that looks like that's wiped out clean enough. Go ahead and get our parts here cleaned off and ready to reassemble. And we'll go ahead and get that firewall cleaned off with a soft brass brush. Just to check, flint spring comes on up through the hole now, so everything should be fine there. So now we'll go ahead and get our snuffer mechanism reassembled and get the upper portion, or the actuating mechanism of the lighter, reinstalled. So everything over here to the right side. Get your gear on the back side here. So everything is in place. Back of the fulcrum screw on. There we go. Get that tightened down. Go ahead and get our Flint spring screw in there. Flint and Flint spring screw, I should say. Get that tightened down all the way. Go ahead and get our fill screw out and get it filled. Get our excess fuel wiped off here. So we got that all put back together. Got the Flint tube cleared out. Got the mechanism put back together. Spring. A little chunky, but functions well. Sometimes you'll have to get that flint grooved before it'll be real smooth. So fill that lighter up, set it on the table, and use it to light cigarettes for the next 6 months. If you like these kind of repair videos about old Petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacciana, and other useful mechanisms, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video that you're watching. Tell your friends about the channel. Hit the share button. Send that off in a text, email, post it on social media, however it is that you communicate with folks nowadays, and let them get a look at it for themselves. You can leave any comments or questions below the video. We would also appreciate it if you would like and follow us across all the social media platforms. That would include Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and of course eBay, Dependable Flame or dependableflame.com. Until next time.